Hello again from Central Virginia. It is early March and the daffodils are all up and blooming and they're so fabulous. If you've watched my channel, you know that I have a great passion for daffodils, and I have what I call Project Daffodil, which is I want to be able to see daffodils in whatever direction I look when I look out of my house. And so today I'm going to take you on a tour of the daffodils in full bloom, just so that you have something beautiful to look at. Plant something beautiful and your life will be so much better. Well, you saw this project as I was putting it in at the late last fall. This is my garlic that is growing here, and that is a garlic bed and an onion bed, and that's a vegetable bed over there. And I decided I want to be able to see daffodils. And so I planted this border of daffodils in the fall, and they are really coming up. But take a look at these happy flowers. What is not to like about daffodils? Okay, I said I wanted to see them in every direction. So let's do a turn in this direction, and you'll see some that were planted a few years ago. And you can see daffodils over there as well. And also some crocuses. It is quite astonishing to see all of these glorious flowers, and I just love them, love them, love them. You'll see down at the fence line, there's also some daffodils, and these are daffodils that planted themselves. Let's walk to another newer patch of daffodils. I really like what's happening down here with this patch that you see there, down there, and I'll tell you a little bit more about this patch and why it's kind of a special place for me. As we approach, you'll see that there are a whole bunch of daylilies that are here. And these were daylilies that were originally planted by my great-grandmother, probably around, 1890, 1900, something like that. This area was absolutely, completely overgrown with what some people call the tree of heaven. I call it the tree from the hot place. And we reclaimed this area, and lo and behold, these daylilies came up. And then I cleared out all of this area a couple of years ago, and I started a daffodil patch here of different kinds of daffodils that come up. So everywhere I look. All right, over here now, these are the amazing daffodils. These daffodils were also planted by my great-grandmother, probably around 1890 or so, when she bought this place. And they come up every year and they proliferate. And what is amazing is they have started to spread far away from the original patch. They are just the most delicate, and these have a scent to them that is just so lovely. I just love these, but they are prolific. These have been blooming now since early February. Onward we go. This little garden is not yet in bloom. These are daffodils that come a bit later in the growing season. And this was a little garden that we planted to memorialize my mother when she passed away. And these little daffodils are ones I started just plunking in the ground, I guess last year or the year before. Here's a little spring garden. These are just really starting to percolate as well. This is a garden that I planted. There are other things that are going to be coming up throughout the summer. This is a garden that I planted to memorialize my father when he passed away just a few years ago in 2017. So this is Dad's garden. I did a video on this patch last year. This is not much is happening right now, but you can see that there are peonies that are coming up here. These will be their third year, so I'm hoping I get a little bit more production out of them. And some daffodils, although I think I've had something eat some of those bulbs. And more daffodils on the rim, irises in the back, and there are antique roses that are not yet coming out. I'm now at the far edge of my front yard on the opposite side from where my mother's garden was, and these are daffodils that were planted by my great-grandmother. And they're growing along the fence. And these are some little daffodils that I planted around a sourwood tree that I planted a couple of years ago. There should be more coming up in here. And here's another ring of daffodils. Yes, that I planted here. And walking down to this old stump, I decided I would make the stump a focal point of a garden. And this garden is a spring garden with daffodils and irises. So you can kind of see what I mean by seeing daffodils from every window. Now I'm walking up sort of near the big ancient tree. And I've started this daffodil patch 3 years ago. And it's filled with all sorts of beautiful daffodils. I love them all. I can't say what my favorites are. So pretty. Walking around this tree stump. And over by the opening to the fence, guess what? More daffodils are planted. So wherever there's a place to sit, there should be daffodils. And here's my little spring garden where the big tree used to be, full of daffodils and other things. Now I'm behind the kitchen and the cherry tree is my father planted. This is never has cherries, but it sure is pretty. And I planted this ring of daffodils around it about 3 years ago. It's doing great. And behind, I have another row of daffodils because you can't have too many daffodils at all. Surely there can't be more daffodils. Oh yeah, there are. There are more daffodils. This is a walnut tree, and daffodils will grow under a walnut tree. So there are a whole bunch of them planted right in here, along with some, look, these were little snowdrops that came up. So pretty little things. I just love spring flowers. Hi there, daffodil. And why would I leave my lower garden out? There's a daffodil, and there's more on the other side too. And then there's some around my fruit trees. Daffodils, daffodils everywhere. So I would say make your happy place even happier by planting something beautiful that you love. Thank you so much for indulging me in this tour. I hope it brought a little joy to your day as much as it brought to mine. Take care. Thanks for watching. Bye.